Hey everyone, I'm ZSHplays. Welcome to the final episode of Pamoja Wildlife Park. Sorry it's been about 2 weeks since the last episode, but the logistics of trying to record between the UK, New York and Colorado have finally got the better of us. So you are stuck with just me today, I'm afraid. But we're going to go and take a look at a few of the builds on the east side of the park and then finish up with the Safari Drive. This area of the zoo is under pretty heavy construction at the moment, as you can see. This was all built by eineMeinung, but we are going to go and take a look at Dan's build, which is this giant house of the tropics here, going on this little sort of temporary path that's been put in while all the work is done to restore the monorail. All the landscaping that you see over this park was done by eineMeinung. She's been sort of the chief of the operation, if you like. So anything you see that's sort of between builds has pretty much been done by her. So as we pass onto this enormous tree here, we've got the tropical house on the right, and then to the left you can see the beginnings of the safari, and then some backstage ahead. But here it is. Here is the house of the tropics, suitably covered in tropical vegetation, the little lake outside of it as well. So let's go in. It's based around this huge aquatic area here, which is, this part of it is pretty much an implied enclosure. I think this would be full of fish, ideally. And then we've got some seating here. And then the main viewing is up on this gantry here. One thing that Dan added that I really like is this banana plantation, which I thought was a cool idea, using some of the space in the zoo to grow food for the animals. The Pamoja banana farm. There's a really beautiful view here as you walk along. And there's also some exhibit animals in here as well. Some of digyduf's shade structures there. So here we have the first animal. It's a Gila monster. Really nice use of the exhibit here, I think, as well. Oh, you can even see one. There we go. Just chilling out there. Another one there. What I really like about this building is this pathway, which is really clever. The guests won't use it, obviously, because there's no actual in-game path. But even in Tegid Cam, you can walk across it and admire the view. Over there, behind that fence, you can see the big animals in here, the gharials. And with it all being made of glass, you get really good views of the rest of the zoo as well. See back into Penguin Lagoon from here. And the entrance. And then another exhibit along here, which is Goliath frogs, I believe. Now, down the path from the House of the Tropics is one of my absolute favourite builds in this park, which is something that Diggy's built, which we are going to go and see now. It's hidden away down this little path. Another remnant of the original theme park. You can just see it in the trees there. Let's go and take a look. So, past this ruined old building. Obviously not got to this part of the reconstruction efforts yet. You can see the old merry-go-round. And this build is just absolutely crazy. The actual merry-go-round itself is amazing. I don't even know how he made this, but then the way he's decayed it all, so it's all falling to pieces and overgrown, that is just pretty awesome. It's even got the little seats in it. I love that. So good. I've just just rotate around this for the rest of the video, but I won't. Let's move on and take a look at the last of the smaller habitats that we're going to look at today, which is the Nyala habitat. So this is in between the merry-go-round and the safari. It's a collaboration between Diggy and myself. More of an unwitting collaboration, really. I built all the fences, landscaped it, and then just stole one of Diggy's shade structures from the safari lodges. Pretty much just a space filler, this particular habitat, but it looks pretty nice. The reason we needed a space filler is to get us to the safari itself. So as we come around here, this is where the safari begins. This is for meerkats and fennec foxes. It looks quite small, but it's actually joined on to a much larger enclosure out on the safari, with viewing for the guests at the top as well. And then this takes us round to the entrance to the actual safari drive. So it's Saturday when this comes out, so we are releasing the zoo onto the workshop today. So it'll be up on Steam now, if you want to go and search for it and take a look at it yourself. We're not showing you everything in this series. There's a lot more of the park that we've not shown, but there are going to be other YouTube channels that you're going to see this zoo on in the coming weeks, and they'll be doing full tours of the whole park. So this here is the safari building. All of this area, this building and the entire safari and the amazing lion head, all the landscaping, everything you can see basically, was built by eineMeinung. This was the first part of the zoo to be started, and the last to be finished. It is an absolutely enormous build. But let's get on the safari ride and take a look. Alright, here comes the safari ride. It runs on a massive loop around the safari, and it does give you a really good look at all the various areas. So we start off in this crazy building that eineMeinung has dreamed up, and then into the, whoa, he nearly died, into the safari itself. I love the signage and the fences there, and then of course the massive lion rock that is sort of the symbol of the park. We're going to go into this first area for the meerkats and the fennec foxes, which is the other side of the area that we looked at a minute ago. And I love the fact that there's other vehicles in here as well, both in-game and workshop items. Really sort of sells it. So obviously there's no guests walking around in here. That would not be sensible. To be honest, I'm not sure how sensible these open-sided vehicles are with some of the animals in this safari, but that's sort of, you just gotta go with what you're given in Planet Zoo. Big lake full of crocodiles. You know we're a fan of anything involving a bridge over crocodiles in this zoo. And the hippos as well. I love these guys. I love their little tippy tap runs that they do. This car's awesome as well. I'm not sure if that's off the workshop or if that's eineMeinung's work. I'll have to check. And everything is connected by these bridges with the giant African masks on them. And this brings you round into the second sort of stage of the safari. The amazing elephant and giraffe house in the background. I love these little guys as well. I don't think they're in game. I think eineMeinung's made those, but they are very cool. There should be some cheetah around as well. I've not seen one yet. Painfully slow when you put any hills into these rides. I've never actually used any of the rides in Planet Zoo, but they seem to be pretty tricky to get working. from what eineMeinung has told me. But yeah, this is a pretty special view here of the elephants. And you can see into their house there. Everything, all the backstage and all the animal houses that you can see around here are fully completed and detailed. They're amazing. I'd highly recommend going to take a look at them. There is some crazy designs and some crazy detailing in there. I don't know how she built all of this in the time that she had. It's just a crazy amount. Coming around to the rhinos now. This one's just having a little sleep. And then we move into the hoofstock part of the safari. Loads of different species, all grouped together. And a viewing point for the guests as well. So there's a foot safari that runs outside the jeep safari, and at various points they, like that one there, they meet so that the guests can see into the jeep safari. Even if they haven't booked it, I think the concept is that this would be a separate ticket. So if you don't want to stump up the cash to go around in the jeep, you still get to experience some of it from the foot safari. And yeah, just a really cool piece of work. Nothing to do with me, so I can say that. And that is the safari. It finishes up under the giant lion rock here. Guests can also go inside the lion. There's a reptile house in there. And that is Pamoja Wildlife Park. Thank you so much for watching this little series. We've all had an amazing time making it. So from me, eineMeinung, Beezy, Diggy and Dan, thanks for watching. See you later. Bye.